will say to everybody, if this was an hour ago, I wouldn't have made it. I would have canceled. I ate something and I got real sick at lunch. And I've been just about 15 minutes ago was like, yeah, I can make this work. I'm okay.
I put a picture of myself on Facebook when I was sick in India, and I
saw
kind of, yeah, I ate something or drank. I think I drank water because we were drinking water out of the water faucets, and that's a no-no in India.
Well, remember when I got really sick in Ukraine?
Yeah.
And I had we traveled that day. Like, I woke up, I was so sick, and we went from Odessa to Kiev, and then we couldn't get into my apartment. It wasn't ready. And I was walking around Kiev just going, I'm going to puke all over the sidewalk. Like, this is not good.
I remember that. Yeah.
You're all, yes, I do, Jeff.
I don't remember.
Yeah. And I got into my apartment, and Tom was like, I want to go do stuff. I'm all, yeah, Tom, you go do stuff. I'm just going to lay here.
I went out and did stuff.
Yeah. Oh, man. So, anyway.
Stories I could tell.
Yeah,
Jeff
we were up
his
in
food.
back India, up in the high country, and I was really sick. And so Tom was able to go out with a couple of other people we met and travel around and stayed home in bed.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I hear that. But if the worst is that I have to sit in front of my laptop and do a Zoom call, then I'll be fine. I hope.
I'm glad you're feeling a little better.
Yeah.
If it was an hour ago, I would have been like, nope, sorry guys, I can't do the Zoom from my bathroom. But I'm feeling better. I'm hoping. I'm not 100%, but I'm hoping that I'll get that way.
Hey, put ketchup on your chicken sandwich, huh?
Oh my gosh. Thanks, Dan. No one knows that story.
I've heard that story.
Oh, Juliet's heard it. Mike was there, so maybe Mike told you the story. Oh. Okay, I'll tell it really quick. We were in Florida, and I don't remember the exact circumstances, but I remember it was Mike and Dan and I. We were at Disney World, and I don't remember the exact circumstances, but I remember I was starving, and like we hadn't eaten, and I was so hungry, and it was like 10 at night or something, and everything was closed. And we went through this Wendy's drive-through, and I ordered a chicken sandwich, and it comes with mayonnaise on it. And I'll eat mayonnaise, but I prefer not to. And so I ordered it with no mayonnaise. But if like they put mayonnaise on it, oh well. So we get back to our apartment that we'd rented, or hotel or whatever, hotel apartment thing. And we get in and we're giving up our food, and they've put ketchup all over it, which I can't stand. I will not eat it. And I was so mad because, okay, it doesn't come with ketchup. It's not on the sand. It doesn't. So why would you put, anyway, so I was so hungry, and I was so mad that I thinking back, Dan, have you ever seen me that mad? Because I don't think I've ever.
That was the most upset I've ever seen you. And I've seen you in fights with like ex-girlfriends, and I've never seen you that mad.
I don't think I've ever been that angry, and I grabbed the sandwich and I threw it against the wall of the hotel room.
Odd couple of spaghetti.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
And then I left because I was so hungry. I stormed out, and I don't know what you guys talked about because I didn't say anything. I don't think I just left.
Well, I was just glad that you wrapped up the sandwich before you threw it against the wall, because then I had another sandwich to eat.
Oh man! All this time I've been picturing the sandwich like stuck
Oh
to
no,
the wall and sliding.
that was
Actually,
no,
my
no,
memory,
that was Eli in the McDonald's in Scotts Valley.
But he didn't do it out of anger. He was just being a jerk.
Yeah, he's like they had that was when they had like the 49-cent cheeseburgers or something like that. He's like, they're only 49 cents. He opened it and threw it against this this picture, and it just slid down the wall. And for, I swear, years, that picture still had the ketchup streak on it.
I, I was at one of those Western film festivals where we sold our books, and the restaurant there, I went in to get something. I was getting hungry, and I said, do you have like grilled cheese sandwiches? No. They have cheeseburgers. I said, okay, can I get a cheeseburger, but you leave the burger out? And she said, I don't know if we can do that. I have to ask the manager. She went in, came back. No, we can't do that. I said, I'll pay the full price, but we can't do that. So I left there and I found a little Mexican restaurant and got something good.
For some
Wow.
reason, that makes me,
Yeah, like we did. Go ahead. Sorry, Jim.
for some reason that made me think of when Tom and I were in was it Austria or
I don't know. I don't know what you're going to say.
we with a dinner. We had just so much. We were going home in a little bit. We had so much Austrian money left, and so we ordered a dinner, and they brought the dinner. And then they brought over a plate of
Bread.
Bread. So we ate the dinner. We ate some of the bread. You know, we thought the bread came along with it. They brought the bill and they said, no. You know, the bread was extra. You pay. You know, we don't have
the money.
We don't have the money.
Yeah, it was Austria.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
kind of
the
low.
manager, brought
They got mad at us.
yeah, they were mad at us. But we just didn't have it. We didn't. He said we thought the bread came with it. A lot of places we eat the bread. If you bring a loaf of bread, I mean, some bread that we didn't even order, you know, it comes with the dinner.
Right. The fact that you didn't order it.
Though, and the guy brought he brought it over.
So we ate it. We got in trouble. They told us to get out.
That's shady. Like,
Yeah, it is.
I'm guessing they do that to anybody, like any American looking person. They're just like, yeah, we'll just bring you the bread and but you ate it.
It's like the hotels with their water. It's like it's sitting there, that little water bottle, but you know if you drink it, it's like $20.
We went to Tom and I went to this cafe remember the German sausage cafe, you know, Dessa, and the waitress got mad at you because they this restaurant they had outdoor seating and it was seating was out on like this park gazebo area, so it was like prime location and there was music going on and a big thing, and so we went and sat at this table, and the waitress came over and gave us menus, and I ordered whatever I was having for dinner, and I don't know what you ordered, Tom, but it was like something small.
I got some potatoes.
And she was really mad.
Okay, it was just a side. It came as a side order, and she. But I don't. You know me, Jeff. I don't have big dinners. I don't eat a lot. I enjoyed that afternoon because that band that was playing in the gazebo and people dancing in the park and everything. I thought this is the way life should be. And then this lady gets mad at me. But you know,
It reminds me of in Italy. I went to the village of Siena, where they filmed part of Romeo and Juliet. And I thought, I want to go there. So I went there, and there was a little restaurant. And you can go inside, or the table was on the outside. I was on the outside. I ordered a pizza, and they brought it to me. And then I saw how much it cost on the menu, what the price was. They brought me the pizza. I ate it, and they brought me the bill. And I said, "Well, hey, you're charging me more than what it says." I said, well, no, it costs more to eat outside.
they didn't tell you that.
No.
The next time I go to Odessa, Jeff, I'm not going to go to that restaurant. I'm going to go back to that other nice little restaurant right close to the park where I can get those Darunis.
Oh, the melon restaurant.
Yeah.
Which is a really interesting concept. It's a melon restaurant. So it's like it's a restaurant where instead of being like a burger joint, it's a melon. Everything's melon. So like watermelon and cantaloupe and honeydew, but everything is based on melons. And I remember I didn't order it, but I took a picture of it on the menu. It was like bacon wrapped melon fried or something.
What do they
I've
do
seen
in the
that
winter?
before.
They probably aren't open in the winter. Is my guess. I don't know.
It's one of the summer
And a really
restaurants.
horrible soup, by the way. I ordered soup. And
Melon soup,
it wasn't
watermelon soup.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was very bad. And then I was very polite. Like, oh, do you not like your soup? I'm like, it was fine. I'm full. It was horrible.
The Roonies, which I ordered, in case I know Jeff knows what they are, and Jim, but they're like potato pancakes, and they're real good. I lived on the Roonies, basically lived on the Roonies and ice cream, and then I had other things too, but I only had that borscht. Borscht is how you pronounce it, Jeff. Borscht. I had that once, and it was really good.
Oh, it was. Borscht is interesting because I've had some borscht that is like the greatest thing ever, and I've had borscht that makes me want to throw up. Like, literally makes me want to gag. And you don't know. My borscht story was, I was just adamant to eat it. I was like, I have to, this is the big thing, and I have to eat it. And Katerina was like, I don't like it. You're not going to like it. You shouldn't eat it. And for whatever reason, I chose to order it at this big dinner we were having at this fancy restaurant with her parents and all this stuff. And she just turned to me like, now? Like, she looked at me like, now? You're ordering this now? And like, she didn't say anything, but I could see it in her face. Like, why are you doing this now? Like, you're not going to like it. And anyway, so it comes to the table, and I took a bite. And, like, I've heard stories, this hasn't happened to me, but like teenage kids, where they'll swear in front of their parents, and then they'll freak out that they swore, and then they'll swear again because they're freaked out. And this is how it was for me. So the borscht comes, and I took a bite, and I said, "Oh my gosh, this is actually good." Everyone looked at me, and then I freaked out, and to cover, I said, "No, you don't understand. I thought it was going to be terrible."
The one I had was homemade at this little hotel place I stayed at down by the Danube Delta, and I asked her first. I said, "Okay." She asked me if I wanted it. It was free, and I said, "No meat," because sometimes they have meat in it, and I don't eat meat. She said, "No, there's no meat." So I had it, and it was good. If I got it in a regular restaurant somewhere, it probably might not have been as tasty.
Well, you never know. Like, the thing with borscht is it's just beets and spices. So it really just depends on the spices. And the beets just soak up everything else that is put in there. And so, but unfortunately, there's no just regular way to make it, and you have no idea until you put it in your mouth. And so, but yeah, Tom just ate ice cream and these potato pancake things for weeks. Like,
I got a pizza once in a while and something.
You found a pizza place? I don't remember. Oh no, the pizza place. Oh yeah, I remember. Never mind. I know what you're talking about.
I don't know. This sounds like an excellent diet to me.
I'm good. I'm sold.
The ice cream in Europe. I mean, I like ice cream in America, but the ice cream in Europe, including Ukraine, is the best tasting ice cream. And you get for 5 cents, basically, you get this nice big ice cream. What do you call it? You put them in the little
cones.
You go to I don't know, the stuff, and you put the ice cream in the thing.
A cone?
A cone. Yeah, sometimes my mind goes blank. They put you get like 2 things of ice cream on top, and they had all kinds of different kinds of tasty ice cream. Yeah.
You remember the Burn? You remember that drink, Burn? So, Ukraine has this energy drink called Burn, and there's different flavors, and I don't remember, but the blue one, and it's like so good, but it's got like 10 times the amount of caffeine as Coke or something. It's insane. And I was buying them, and I wasn't drinking them to get energy. I was drinking them because I liked them. So I'm drinking them like it's a can of Coke. And so we're there, and one day, like, I'm in my house, Tom's there, and my hands are like this. And I'm like, oh my God, Tom, I think I need to stop drinking this Burn. I'm just downing them.
I would have swum back to the United States at that point and well, okay, here we go.
Yeah, and when I got back to the States, I tried to figure out if I could order them and get them shipped to me and stuff, and I couldn't. It's not like Nutella, Juliet.
This is good. Yeah. This is
So-
all that you.
I've told you all the Nutella story. Juliet was there for it. But
Was?
yeah, it was you. So we were in Safeway in Felton, and I don't remember what we were probably running errands before a play or something. But we were in Safeway in Felton, and for whatever reason this came up. We were getting stuff, or I don't know. And I said, "There's this amazing thing in Ukraine called Nutella." And I start explaining it like it's this chocolate spread. It's so great. And Juliet's just like looks at me, takes me, like didn't even say anything, took my arm, pulled me down the aisle, and is just all pointed. Just sitting there. I'm like, oh, like for some reason I'd never seen it before, and so I saw it in Ukraine and thought, this is a Ukraine thing.
Some of the things you're not exposed to just baffle me sometimes.